What's happening, folks? Welcome back to Celtic Fans TV. It's time for live, full-time reaction and Twitter reaction to Celtic 2, West Ham 6. This is a wee bit different today. We're amalgamating the live full-time reaction video and the Twitter reaction into one. Just myself today and the input of you guys from Twitter and in the live chat box below. If you haven't already, you can leave your thoughts in there. You have to be subscribed. That's the change that we've made recently. If you're watching and you're not subscribed already, just click the red subscribe button below, and then in a couple of minutes you'll be able to leave your comments on today's game in the chat box below. I'm just going to run through a quick summary of my thoughts in the game. I thought we started the game really well again. A lot of encouraging attacking play. The patterns and the tempo are passing really, really good again. We obviously take the lead in the game. McGregor scores a great goal. But the thread today was that we just got punished time and time again at the back. I think West Ham have got a lot of quality. They actually played a strong team, missing some of their players for the Euros who aren't back yet, but Antonio, just a monster up front, punished us time and time again. And on the counter-attack, we were really, really open at times, and the game in that second half just died a death from our point of view. We did get a goal back, but when we made the 10 changes, the 10 outfield changes, the game just went to pot for us. We were absolutely nowhere. Really poor effort, actually, I thought, for the 10 players that came on at times. There were a lot of passes astray, passes out the pitch. They half-arsed it, to be honest. And West Ham's quality really told in the end, and I think you can see it's blatant for everyone to see where the weaknesses are in this Celtic team. Since the new manager's come in, we've looked much more encouraging going forward than we have defensively, and that's because of the state of the squad. That's because of the lack of investment in defensive areas and the lack of quality and depth that we've got in defensive areas. So there's absolutely no getting away for that. And today, West Ham just punished us because they've got so much quality. Quality that, all right, we'll not play against that level of quality week in and week out, but if we've got aspirations of going anywhere in Europe, even attempting to get into the Champions League and competing in the Europa League group stages, if it comes to that, then we're going to have to get players in ASAP in numerous positions and particularly defensively. So we'll get to the tweets now. As I say, I'll bring in some YouTube comments as well as I go through. First up, Tam the Celt, midfield to attack, we look dangerous, really good link-up play. Defence is all over the place. The young centre-halves are far too slow for a high press, and the full-backs don't have the technical or tactical quality. And even though I don't think Barkas is to blame for this game, he ain't it. I think today, at times, the defence just got found out. I said already, I mean, you've got Welsh there who's played, less than 25 games for Celtic. Dane Murray who's played 2 or 3, most of which have been friendlies. He's only played one competitive game, that was the other night. And Mikel Antonio was a monster. He's strong, rapid, you just can't get anywhere near him. And a couple of times I thought they could have maybe read the game better, but balls in behind when we're trying to play high, we just had absolutely no chance of dealing with him. The first 2 goals, I thought he took them well, but we just invited the pressure on. Murray makes the mistake, and I know I said he impressed me the other night, but he really struggled today, and that's a steep learning curve for him, coming up against someone like Antonio who's really experienced, plays at a really high level. As I say, is tall, strong, quick, has got everything really, Mikel Antonio. He gives the ball away, and then, to be fair, Barkas, who had made 2 good one-on-one saves, gets done with Antonio cutting inside. And then on the second one, this is my big takeaway for Barkas today, because at times, even though he's made some high-profile mistakes, no absolutely glaring throwing the balls in the net, but he's made mistakes and he's been criticised heavily, but we haven't seen him face a lot of shots as a Celtic goalkeeper. Today, 2 one-on-ones that he saved, but I think you can tell with his positioning for Antonio's second goal that he just doesn't have the quality to be the Celtic goalkeeper. That looked like someone in goals who has never played in goals before. To leave that area, your near post, so wide open when a striker's closing in on you, it was just really, really poor. It's like he didn't know the size of his goals. He didn't know where he was in relation to his goals. It was really, really poor. And against a player of Antonio's quality, he's just charging in goal when he just places it inside the near post. Not a problem. So that was really, really poor. And that's the thing that really stood out for me with Barkas today. I've tried to give him the benefit of the doubt in numerous areas, but I think when a striker's bearing down on you, as a goalkeeper, the absolute basics are to know where you are in relation to your goals, your posts, and to make sure you've got your near post covered and you know your angles. It was just really, really poor, amateur almost, and that just stands out like a sore thumb as someone who looks like he's not going to have the quality to cut it as a Celtic goalkeeper. Vi Gilbert 7, massive overhaul of defence needed. A new right back essential, and Taylor isn't suited to playing in an Ange team. How can we be a week away from starting the new season and be in this shape? It's a dereliction of duty. I think Andy Ralston today at times, again, when he gets in attacking areas, even just in general build-up play, he's sometimes struggling to control the ball. He's giving possession away. We need fullbacks who are technically very, very capable if Ange's system is going to work for this team. Taylor as well, who's probably a bit better than Ralston, but the same on the other side. Like the attacks break down when they get to Taylor so often. It's just that lack of technical quality, and if we're going to play the way Ange wants us to play, we can't have that. We can't have that lack of quality letting us down. Because I thought, again, as I said already, I thought the build up for the most part today, particularly in the first half, was very good. We caused West Ham problems, and Abada was really, really bright again. I think he looks absolutely rapid, just charging at defenders, committing them. A few good balls into the box again today for Abada. He looked a threat every time he got on the ball. He did get the assist, you would call it, for the second goal. I don't know if it's Fredericks that bundles it in or if it's Christie. Kind of a mistake for Darren Randolph, but Abada's involved. Integral and everything good that we did today. I thought Christie had a good game as well, but just all over the park, we didn't really have enough. I think that the front 3 or 4 could take something away for the first 50, 55, 60 minutes and say that they caused West Ham problems, but the back 5 or 6 were just all over the place at times, and West Ham picked us off in the counter-attack. Patrick Murphy, Beale got a bit too excited after Tuesday and were heralding Murray as the next Maldini. The fact is we have far too many inexperienced defenders at the minute, and the supposed experienced players like Beaton are just shite. As for Barkas, he's not good enough and investment is needed. Aye, correct. Investment is needed in all areas of that defence. We've got Starfelt who's isolating. I think they confirmed in the commentary today that he's not going to be available for Wednesday night. The fact that we're going into this second leg on Wednesday, probably with that backline that started the game today, is terrifying. It is a dereliction of duty. It's the result of years of mismanagement of a squad by the last chief executive, by the last recruitment, the last head of recruitment, and the manager. It's a mess. What Ange Postecoglou has inherited today, this season, is a mess, and you've seen that today. We need a right back. We need another centre half at least. We do need a goalkeeper. If we've got any aspirations to really go and compete in Europe and win the title back this season, we need a goalkeeper. We cannot be losing the goals that we lost today with such ease. As I say, the basics about covering your goals, getting your angles right, and we need a left back as well. That's just the defensive areas that need strengthened. I know we've got Kyogo Furuhashi to come in. I think he'll help us as well, even though Christie playing from the left-hand side has been really positive in the last game and a half, you could say, if you count the game today. But we need investment everywhere, and the board have left it too late. They've left it too late again. I'm confident with what we're doing going forward that we can go and cause Michelin problems on Wednesday night, but I've got absolutely no confidence about our ability to defend and keep goals out at the other end. Michelin didn't cause us too many problems on Tuesday night, but you'd expect back at their own stadium they'll cause us a lot more problems on Wednesday, and we're going to have to weather a storm at times, you would imagine. And with that back 4, Ralston, Welsh, Murray, Taylor, Barkas in goals, I don't see how we're going to, 1, keep a clean sheet, and 2, restrict them to the number of opportunities that we're going to have to if we're going to go and win the game. As I say, going forward, we're playing really well, and you can see the signs of what Ange is trying to do. But at the end of the day, if we don't shore up defensively, it's going to be in vain, because we were really, really easy to get at and to play through today. And fundamentally, we're not going to be able to achieve what we want if that remains the case. Nicky Gallagher, midfield looked exciting, defence diabolical, need experience in that back 4 and a new number 1 pronto. Aye, absolutely. I think experience is a big thing in the back four. As I say, Murray, who was all right on Tuesday, really, really struggled today against a tough customer in Antonio, who's experienced, who's strong, quick, and that's to be expected. He's 18 years of age. He shouldn't be in that position. The board should have sorted this much sooner. As I say, Starfelt's not available. We're not going to get another one in before Wednesday, so we're just going to have to cross our fingers and hope for the best, and hope that we somehow find a way through that game on Wednesday with that defence. It is absolutely terrifying. There's no getting away for that. The last tweet for today is from Peter McNamee. Totally embarrassing, but no blame on Ange or the young lads. We need at least 3 defenders in and a keeper, even though he actually made some good saves today. Quality or pace will still destroy us this season because we're so easy to play against, but I have faith in Ange. Aye, Peter's just covered much of what I've said there. We're so easy to cut through. I think West Ham, with the experience and the quality they've got, just picked us off in the counter-attack today. There's a couple of times, particularly in that second half, as I say, where the tempo for us really dipped after we made those 10 changes, where they just cut through as it will, and they could have had maybe 7 or 8 goals. I joked on Twitter in the second half it could have finished 10-2, but there was so many openings and we were so open at the back. The game was very open as a spectacle. It was quite entertaining in the first half, I thought. But aye, we can't be playing as open as that. As I say, you need to have pace at the back, and if you don't have pace, you need to be reading the danger before it happens, and we didn't do that today. And it's no wonder we didn't do that, because we've got young kids playing at the back, and as I say, the fullbacks just aren't good enough. Add in the goalkeeper to that, and it is just a total mess. We'll try and go through and pick out some of your comments for the live chat now before we finish up. Ray Finkel saying Eddie missed a sitter again to go 2 up. Then they scored the same as during the week. Aye, Edward did miss a good chance today. There's absolutely no getting away for that. It was a great ball in by Christie. He should have buried it. He gets his head to it, but he's just a wee bit late. He's a split second too late. It's not his forte, heading the ball, attacking the ball for crosses. I think Sutton said in commentary, if that was John Hartson, it'd have been in the back of the net. It's the ideal cross for a John Hartson type of player, but Edward isn't that. He does look, again, we don't know what it is. Is it lacking confidence? Is his head been turned? Is he checked out? You don't know, but he just does look missing that X factor that he's had for most of his time at Celtic. He's still going to lead the line on Wednesday because he'll still be here, and I still want him to lead the line because on his day he's the best player, but I understand people's frustration. And listen, I know that he's got to take these chances, but I still think he's the best option for us. Malk, Barry, we have Starfelt and Julian to come in. We have to remember this. That's a good point. We do have Julian and Starfelt to come in, but people's frustration is the fact that none of them are going to be involved on Wednesday night, and so often is the case for Celtic that we don't do the business early enough. We don't get the players in early enough to deal with the European qualifiers. I've said before that I don't expect us to make the Champions League group stages this season. I don't think that's a bold statement at all. That the journey there is even more difficult than it has been in recent years. PSV or Galatasaray wait in the next round, probably PSV because they won the first leg 5-1 during the week. And I just don't see how we get through it. And that's where people's frustration come from. I know that down the line, Julian and Starfelt will probably be the first choice centre-half pairing, but that doesn't help us on Wednesday. There's no getting away for that. And the club have got questions to answer for that. They always have. It's the same every summer. They're too late to sort it out now, and as I say, we're going to just need to go into a game Wednesday, cross our fingers and hope for the best. Daniel Mick has commented here, Griff out, boo, aye. Lee Griffiths did get booed today. I think that's the last thing I want to touch on that I didn't cover from the game. You can tell that it's splitting the fans already. This is another drawback of even having Lee Griffiths here. This is going to rumble on, absolutely no doubt about it. I could not disagree more with the people who say the fact that he's wearing green and white means you can't boo him. I think the fans are entitled to have their say on this and on anything really. If the fans feel that he doesn't represent Celtic and they don't want him here, and they're fed up with the circus and the shambles that happens with Lee Griffiths on and off the pitch constantly, it seems like a never-ending cycle. then they are well within their right to boo him. I understand why they've booed him, without going into detail about this situation, because we don't really know a lot about it. I think if what it looked like was the case, then the club should probably have dealt with it in a different way. If the investigation found out that it was absolutely fabricated and there was nothing to it, then that's a different story. But they haven't confirmed that. They haven't told us that that's the case. I know there was no criminality involved at all, but I can understand why this situation has led to Celtic fans booing Lee Griffiths being on the park today. I can totally understand it. And people will be divided about it. That's Lee Griffiths. Lee Griffiths has divided the support for years and years, and for as long as he's going to be here, he's going to keep dividing the support. And that's my real issue with him still being here, because all of the off the park stuff, all of the division is now more than he can offer on the park. You see him today, and I know you can't really judge him in today, but he still doesn't look in brilliant shape. He's not the player that he was 4 or 5 years ago. He's not this 30, 40 goal a season striker that a lot of people would still have you believe. He's not that anymore. This stuff is just draining. And if this is going to continue week after week, every time he plays, every time he warms up, that there's people booing him and then there's people clapping him, and then it creates this division in the stands. No doubt, I wasn't at the game today, but no doubt people in the stands would have been clashing about it. There would have been arguments about it. I absolutely guarantee that, and that's going to rumble on, and that's not good for the club. It's not good for the atmosphere. I think all the supporters want to get behind Ange Postecoglou and what he's doing, but this isn't going to help that. And as I say, this stuff with Lee Griffiths, whether it's on the field, off the field, whether it's his fitness, his attitude, anything that might be happening off the field on social media, Instagram, Twitter, whatever it is, it's going to keep happening, because that's Lee Griffiths. That's why I think we should have moved him on this summer, but there's no doubt that this debacle is going to continue and continue. That's it for today. Thanks for joining this video. 20 minutes, by the way. A live stream, 20 minutes long after the game. Just myself talking for 20 minutes. I've done all right there, haven't I? Like this video. Comment your own thoughts below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already as well. We're chasing down 30,000. That's a really big milestone for us. So if you watch these videos every week, I would really, really appreciate it if you take the time to click subscribe below. It is absolutely free. All you have to do is sign in to YouTube and click the button. It doesn't cost anything. I know people of a certain age hear the word subscribe and they think, I'm not doing that. Nobody paying you any money. It's free. Just click the red subscribe button below. The quicker we can make 30,000, the better. And we'll see you on Tuesday for the build-up to the big game against Midtjylland. Thanks for joining us. Cheers.